Good morning. I'm Adam Johnson, and I wrote something for you guys. Community service through faith is an important part of my life. One of the most vivid memories I have is going down with the youth group to Asheville, North Carolina, to help their community. Through this mission trip, I had the ability to give back to the people of the city that housed us in our journey closer to God. One of the projects we did was to go down to a government housing complex. We played with the children and gave meals to those who needed it. The experience of being able to be with those children and see that they were my age and were struggling more than I was gave me a whole new perspective. Then, throughout that journey, we traveled to local homeless shelters to pass out food, toiletries, and learn about their life experiences. This community was united. The people we met took their situation and accepted it, but with a vigor to improve their life. They talked about their situation openly, and they said it with pride. For them, it was not a matter of importance of if they were low on income or not, but as one of fighting it straight on with their head held high. This was awe-inspiring. For I was just a kid from an average-sized town of Canton, Ohio, that was just an ordinary member of a small church. I took this perspective they had on life, the one that their elders preached. Therefore, whenever I am faced with a tough struggle, I look back to this community. They showed the good in the struggle, and they let me know that the struggling can be positive due to the growth that one can gain. This growth is more important than the money or materialistic things. The only thing worth anything is striving to improve yourself and the community. Thus, these people who grew up less fortunate than others knew how to laugh and love each other and not take a day for granted. Community Christian Church is also like this community in this aspect. For my grandmother was passing away, the church was there to pray for us and help us get through it. Through the guidance of the community at the church and the fellowship of Reverend Sarah and the deacons, I'm able to look forward and dream bigger for things through God. Not only did this service change my perspective, it also gave me faith in its people as well as God. It gave me hope in my community, state, and nation. It did this by allowing me to see how a small, tight-knit community allowed outsiders in and treated them like family. This is what truly changed my perspective of what we as American people are. The news tell us that we are closed off from each other and fending for ourselves like a lawless land back in the Old West. Though my time in the city changed that whole narrative that I believed. It gave me hope, and that is a strong tool for anyone to have. Through this hope, I can strive to be better than who I am as a person and work towards goals. These goals help me reach new physical, mental, and academic limits. Through this community and service trip I went on, I never expected to take back life lessons that I still try to embody in my everyday life. This is the power of a community that relies on each other. The reward of this trip was the growth of every member of my youth group that traveled south with us. There was also a satisfaction of knowing that the changes we made, no matter how little they were, gave hope to someone else to spread the message of keep striving forward no matter the turbulent times. This service trip also gave me a calling for what I wanted to do in life. Around the time of this mission trip, I started idolizing my brother and those who gave up their lives for the betterment of others. Therefore, I believe I will be able to do good in the world through God at the Merchant Marine Academy and going forth into my 8 years of service as an officer of the Armed Forces of the nation. This opportunity to do what any good Christian, as an officer of the Armed Forces, lets me do what I want to do and help those in need. I want to become a driving force for those domestic and foreign to strive for the betterment of the community. I believe that God has allowed me to gain this opportunity at the Academy so I can continue His work of helping others.